abusia Reverend Charles Owusu enya atunanu mutio se wenu ne ho papa se oto aba edema owura John Mahama eni NDC amonyoko so mmedi Ghana man so esan se nhihye a omode tu asofo enim a omo ehye omo nkran se omo ba anti LGBTQ bill plus omo besan ama Ghana soso yenyamra e de abo ye kuro no amamre ehun ban no omo entumi enyeye na wanu ne hu yie papa ode nsem we nyina tudwa abra lawyer obi eje na konwa na otranse a chese one ne twetwe nkomo na Reverend Intim Fodwo enso ede na no atosa nsem bie a chese watutu bi pa ede amane mampanyi na secretary we ede egu ho no enya asem ketwa Ghana asofo in fact omu enu omu hu yie papa se omu hu kwan ema mampanyi John Mahama eyusu omu platforms ahodo ede wini vote nemom obaye no wadane nachi ede ahwe omu enya asem ketwa kura na debater anase discussions a etimi akoso between Reverend Intim Fodwo and honorable member of parliament edema Akwatia constituency enya asem ketwa eka tumamento ewo studio honomu a yese enye asem ketwa kura yengibre na yenkotie nsem ni bi yenso yadwenkyire efa nsem a ekoso on
obi no kwasem aso obi sa mi ayamentam kete na mario hosempa kama yese
Asempa FM
ya frɛ ho Christopher no Bible asɛm no kora todo wo se ɔman ne de ɔma no fafa ɛna bɔ mi mawurade mi din ana kama asɛm ɔma komade wa chichichichi. And that is a typical example of the Yura John Dramani Mahama ɔmampani ayɛ new sem na ayɛ ayɔho sem na ayɛ bibia egu Kristo som ɛho fi egu Kristo som ho fi. Look, I mean one example baako. Yɛnuanom Muslimifo a yɛnim ɔmo yɛ ho. When it comes to their faith, ɛba ɔmo Quran ɛne asɛm kamoni bɛgyina ho aka ɔde Bible bɛdi ɔde Quran bɛdi nsi aka ho asɛm obi make town nan ti bɛtwa ne tikwa bɛbi ogyina na ogyina. When it comes to Christianity, I am shocked. Na many people say wu na ma fari mpo. Ebi say obi me tuma ba ma Yewura John Dramani Mahama. I say about obi adru so a
Asempa FM
obi a wo botanti a ode to aba obi wo a sabi o na ho ofe obi wo ne kasa de obi wo kra manifesto a ya kyro enema timupon sama ya kyesa de agu krata mu ana okenkan bi a sabi ode pe ai omampani no a oba na sem ana party ho sem obi wo so ka ba bi wo firi ene kasa a wo ka ho sem ba me a me kasa so otofo me kasa so manyoni botanti pa me gina so to aba ma Yewura John Dramani Mahama eye LGBTQ+. Na me sam say edientia. In fact, I can break akama ya to aba ma ya to aba o man mu. Ana Yewura omampani John Dramani Mahama. Oye Kristo ni nti wotono nsa fra Kristofo asofo nyina. So opese obeka ni team posem kire asofo. Na ya bompa ye ma no. Na obi minya kwan kobi. Na me kobi ni nanu wasemunye. Abra na okasafa galamse ho. Ni o minu pa potin pa obekasa onbada miensa. Okasafa ketatese ne pro ne kankan ho. Okasafa galamse ho. Ana obekasa fa LGBTQ+ ho. Ni ma we nyina ka ho nti na me to obama na mmom tutu pa na LGBTQ+. Na tie de okan e. O si or Ghana ni and or say Assemblies of God not as Assemblies of God need or say Christo need also we are Christo near we are Assemblies of God near when you Christian to me Assemblies of God na tanyama okay and or say bibini yamamre any yamane yeson e ma ho kwan na ni na kire yen say ye wo ba ne be ma enti ono oba obehwese ni pen so emra na ye be sisha to se emma kwan emma tabio enipa mienu a omo ye mema ana omo ye ma emfrom ho awarefo no mun tiri nya sane ma monten so no boa ma tamra ne den sabe adimu obetane tamra no me gini di e bi so me so aso to go di e bi se yewra kufo do shebo e ko bi akire no yewra Mahama ya ne party form e ti ase o mra ne pa ye de ko ye so onsan ama me so to ba ma no papa yi ba ko man pani no afi na ne nkomo die mu no na ne me sesa me so kenya hwe e fi se o nwie ne term ntini se sabi o wo ya na se chinchine kan o so onsan na kese bi a oni na ni no obi asema yewra Mahama ba be kan wadi mi hwam mo pa wadi mi hwam mo pa not as a politician, as a Christian. You know saying atambe ni and then you all try and say Ghana for enye number 2 so me na e course o me na si liba say na obi ka tell me liba do say na e say empre LGBTQ what's
na over 90%. Yeah, 93%. Yes.
Not the same.
93%,
no?
Yes.
Any 7% na say. But so 93%, any 7% na say.
W.
And you don't want to say, I will say, well, no country and idiom, and you are some of my penny, Mahama, I can't say, hey, Oman Penny, and then you're Fidiana, Asano, Afuwa, Yasano, Homa, and to the Obit Makache, no. But 93% of population now who would do so as president, no? I did I see pen also a young here. Oh, my way. Oh, my do ya papa. In fact, the one I'm a pay your man penny at them. And they said, oh, yeah, near my effort. Now, empire meditanity. In fact, Obi, what do you come up? Ah, papa, men because what men do. Me farembo. Every say me o me can't say me to aba my John Mahama. Madofo bi kura ba be matamfo. Idan ko fo bebre to hu me no mbofu. An ye so yanka so ye ndisi me nya ndisi me Ghana ni. Dem me paniam papa ama o man Ghana. I failed at the time say 2024 elections no. Yewra John Mahama a well positioned. Nin sama work because Yewra Baumia. Oh, you are for no. I say, we're for the time, Ranadia. I didn't tell me for you, Mahama. You're a jump, Baumia to say about the time. The junior Koya says, Adia. And you can't buy no quadia, you're 2 minimum or ultimate, maybe. And the young command, you know, on Kahubia. Or say a book. Maybe can you in the military crack? I hope you are my but I'm talking about on one casa, as the president. And that you always hear Christo. No, what to me, Christo.
Sir, we are sofo. Na utie me. Na we are imam. Na utie me. We are hne. Na utie me. We are CSO. Na utie me. Na a bribe just a year and a half ago. We are demonstration. Kasa puppet so. Kasa o more baby. Abenya bia media. Etite su koko. Espete fire and brimstone. Emma President Akufo-Addo ultimatum at the time wa na bill ne krampo enyankuduru President Akufo-Addo pono so enso okika sansem wenyina tia no at the time wa no ono mpo no omue na no nka se LGBT eye low priority na se obufu yi na kan de ni se kan na kra kan na se ne o mampani Mahama se Lincoln University for a withdraw wo honorary doctorate nti yanto ebo ase na fe kura no your basic needs ye won nyoma ehia sambia no ehia no na LGBT de enka ho onto so obeso sa ehia sam to say enhumasua ene apomudene ene nsuo ne aduane ne babia de eti beto obeso basic needs no enya de LGBT bill no de eye na ehia sam na mpo no de da parliament say or no a private members bonpo what distance ni ho afiri so no mpo no parliament na anya na mpo so mpo tumi pass wi kra na de ombeka fa ho ne aginasi a obesi afa ho no eno no he will be guided by constitution and said the mfa ensanko kan obi social cohesion me enko bu obi a me enfa ensantrentro obi aso yenko obi amfia that is social cohesion and respect for development, human rights,
and reaction from our development
and the sentiment of our development partners in Krampu Hiano, SNBBA said they were share and a Lenko University for withdraw way and no Krampu Nature say who he say Yane Abrofono, a bedi dinkitaho. Hey, no man penny. Sir, point here, who bosses and no beg guide with Guinness, you know. And then you croya na we see surgeon and say LGBT a biggest priority now in 2024. Now we Assemblies of God in it. Until say, oh, now your man penny and sign that. Obi, dear me, a chamakume.
Honorable, we a member of parliament. Say, Oko constituency, o constituent bowing chain. No more monubedi home common. LGBTQ. And your school fees, ne, your chips compound, your pay school, your pay way, and yes, how your money here on call for. Said your man penny can.
Obi, not 2021, ni 2024. Na, a woman see any here some krumwa. Na, baby, a dear Tibetu near here some. Na, roads, food, shelter, and no here some, any basic needs for krumwa. Obi, we are talking about at a time post COVID at once or maybe also. Ama omebia sika sam adwuregu global supply chain cram down nyina ama omebia no maboaye den ahokyeraba amanfo botuma dry people had lost their jobs omampani ekufado kraman binimu tina fie be 6 months etua omoka ema yensuo yanumsuo free book esokania free. We were trying to make sure say we get back. Those were very critical times at that time. No a new man here here semwa omampani Mahama Obubosui, none your basic needs at that time. When should those basic needs have been even more critical? Young Campuria, no one says why reset. Ama inflation akofo. Or no says why interest rate akofo. Or no says why is or minor or minor so the all cano. And the quest was so man. Why should he be talking about basic needs now compared to basic needs 2 years, 4 years, 3 years ago? Until I am not that say. Wo kata wani na wo tie de okan ye no a na nka wan hwe ne TV so na kata wani a nka beka say two different people na ekasa enye President Mahama na ekasa because President Mahama obi anim no Ghana ha no enye san na gina si e LGBT ho enye President Mahama no call the icon wo event center wo East Legon.
Yeah, baby, Osia
Sofo penifo atitire ewo kromo a. We should stop the hypocrisy in this country. Obi say yan hypocrisy a we are sofo now can praise the Lord. Bedum pen unyo bia and so amen. Because omo hwe congregation omo hwe yan man for hwe and yan sesa yesuban bia will become laughing stock. They will use us and dump us and will become laughing stock. They say ye be man Christo somo no enuma gu ase. Yes, Christo, who sorry and yes, I can't say fanye. Enti ni Bible na ye kan no. Now 2024 we say a year chiwade no. Say LGBT ye chiwade. Ma be man ne be man na. Mo ba ne oba na. We ye be man ko wo ho pane ade chi anko ka say we yo ba. De de wo ne no ane de awo. Woni aboa ne nneoma bi sa ne da. Ye chiwade okura mu. Ye chiwade o Bible mu. Ye chiwade wa hemfie ne amamre mu no. Say na ye chiwade 2024 ene a free Bible mu. Enti that hypocrisy na omampani Mahama ko gina asofo anim eno say na bill no yakoto President Kufuor anim no ne Baumia de said you mo handle bill no eno kura mana problem. I'm telling you, let me express my deepest disappointment in why at the time omampani the textbook the BBC akwese textbook mu na kakra no one dismissed the Director General went to Mimpo and had the courtesy to withdraw the books. Now I have say let us unlearn the concept in abeto mutimono. And you know instruction are documented. Mofa sa kwan we so na mofa unlearn bibia sa anko so no. Asofo yedin ukrumu ha. Okon Lincoln University Lincoln for a bounce no honorary doctorate no. They wrote letters. Assemblies of God wrote letters. Friends, Cali Bishop Conference wrote a statement. Christian Council of Ghana wrote a statement. I want to use this medium to express my disappointment in these three ecumenical bodies. Respectfully, I'm disappointed in them because when more issue statement at the ball Papa Nabaso say I say Lincoln for so one withdraw. Not just say mampeni why you be because intino ya mona baso so LGBT nti and an honorary doctorate intino o ma withdraw ya mona baso So because of somebody's honorary doctorate, you value that over Obano ne future, or church members, or more future. One kasa future. And when you value it over them, they wrote statement praising them. I was scandalized. Meanwhile, I'm saying, what? And at the time one LGBT FFP one organ ha, you won't be sad under the full glare. Now what trust statement at the account for na Oman Penny Mahama. Then why you LGBT one and untino deserve sa praise and commendation, you know. I'm asking. I need answers from my fathers. Sir, the Christian Council.
The Ghana Embassy in Washington, D.C., the Betuja, said the reason for the withdrawal of Sir honorary doctorate degree, because of Omanpenny position. According to the embassy, almost a school, I catch even though it's not on the school's website. But almost say because of Omanpenny position on LGBT.
Obi, have they issued any letter? Lincoln University for we are declining your honorary doctorate based on your orientation on LGBT, based on your past pronouncement on LGBT.
Statement, circumstances beyond their control.
And you know, Oman Penny by wa pass bill bia etia LGBT for na. Oman Penny by then why etia LGBT for. Rather no, he has created the enabling environment for the practice and promulgation of LGBT.
How?
And mama evidence. Now be to me be jina Kwame Nkrumah Mausoleum, Kwame Independent Arc, and nyina no under national security surveillance. Na so mo fefi o mo no esesa mo be 4 times. Videos that you try spread it. I say yeah, obi a anagram bia you would celebrate your freedom about yeah mount in the second independence. Yeah, the ope or yeah beman I don't know. I said yeah be or your bar or bar na so pen no warre no yeah the ope obi anya hwe no. No name for so. This book is testament to say state sponsored. Call 107 and page 108 of the Constitutional Review Committee report, and you find the diabolic introduction of LGBT there. And this Krumah only say weekend 2nd and 3rd April. We International Conference on LGBT activism. Krumah.
And no, has it been confirmed?
Oh yes. In fact, what a brame boss no. Obi aso yantro. And I'm in my website no. In fact, Paul Admotre was one of the first people who was even doubting. And I'm a man website and so a known journal like academic journal platform, academicresearch.org. I'll be publish it publish PhD, master's research papers and on different topics from education to archaeology to environmental to communication. They publish it on that platform. A well-renowned every conference in academic conference is advertised there. In fact, it was happening in many other countries.
Yeah,
including
it may be
Ghana.
on the website, but did it happen?
It happened.
Ghana?
It happened.
At the venue, I'm gonna say it happened.
Oh, there been a venue no there. We know a decoy on me, but it happened. They will do a decoy, but it happened.
Did it happen, Wahin? If it's not the Mpisky venue now, then
Obi,
where?
one of these days, me send you a link to Omo friends saying Omo Zoom meetings are Omo. And I'll send you to some of the places where they are now meeting. I'll send you there. In fact, it is most unfortunate. And first, even when my party was in power, not yet in say, Obetinona, Omwako high obi somebody resource center. And Tamanam Sam George, Ababonting, a Kayan, Papa, lawyer from one name, also not to movie near national security phone will be a war. Sometimes if you Rebecca Choms, I almost near we work together, then it's closed down. No one could be her, no one we were always I was doing press conferences even when my party was in power, but they were about meetings and resource centers. So be a local resource center. Now we are talking about international conference on LGBT activism, taking a step further. And apart from all these things, any books are they call for? Any United Nations Human Rights Council vote and this is full journey free. I have seen here. Senkasa nyoma we kakray. Ebi ko see President Akufo-Addo mpenso and ka oyene kese ne basic room ha. O kaya President Akufo-Addo asem okokan some of us were not even happy. Ba bontin kan the okan ya na sebia obeka say a year will be disappointed. Say it is bound to happen. All kinds of statement, and that this bill is by the parliament. President Mahama call US assembly all kind worse than the country friends. Worse than the president. Akufo-Addo country vice president Kamala Ghana for asofo akonfo imam ene CSO monti bida super no kan de omon kan tag yebo kan de country no. The man said the same thing. Said it is about engagement, it's about consultation, it's about advocacy, and it is playing out. And what is even in Parliament now, it is just a democratic process and advocacy that is playing out, and it is Parliament's bill. It is not a government-sponsored bill. Meanwhile, now one Kasama promise obeying to the government sponsored. So he distanced himself and now was choosing procedural caution in handling this. And to obey fear until so be can say priority no bagana. Also I support it. O could bridge or say a parliament any o modie. Now no a fair the one Kasama basis sudiase. It is low on his
say for the president he can only assent to a bail a mama passing. Se bill be a method in him and about Abeka a main sign. Why should he take any blame? I didn't hear.
In fact, we used to a software pa. We used to a software, I used to imam for, I used to him for President Mahama. He has used them. We can't use as what you say. Because that software, and if you would see the account of the Reverend Chasusu Kenya, Sana software penny for me brave and so. I know Kasakuku, that is their sentiment. They feel set on Mampenia you sue them and what damp home where you sue more at their and power to me and we what audio matu baby. And then say, oh, you're so for now, tia. I will say, oh, found wondering, then when we are, there's all can walk. But to answer your question directly now, come back to the software.
Yes.
On Mampeni, we are not talking about only private members below. There are two things we are talking about here. We were talking about private members bill at the time. I know was one year president.
Yes.
And the a pronso the person you can't want them. And yen sign na say sign kwa oba can be obefa so be sign into a buy other into one sign. And him say na bill be ankoto president Akufo-Addo anymore. Other than now man the pressure so one sign. And why did you make the promise that you will sign it if you come to power? Number two. Onya power January 2025. One kasa answer on two occasions. One to College Bishop Conference, one to Asofo Bebre Accra International Conference Center. Who promises say one kasa crowd the government sponsored bill ever.
Yes.
So
honor say private members bill issue
limitations.
Cost ne ade on the
yes.
Consolidate into no abema buying it.
Yes. Into mine. So the question of say bill be a method na emu no. Say kwa me promise bia say or no ankasa fee say na kuma mu or promise ashe asofo ne boss or babe instructing attorney general at the government sponsored bill aba and can we will only be talking about one promise of so babe sign private members bill no as and when if passed or you if passed or can if passed when he won on several occasions when he won were contradicting who be but we are holding him to the ono ankasa kan say ono the government sponsored bill ever and also he and this private members bill no matena so man loku no ba bi mu peso bia be boso wabra nipa na mo so ono no also LGBT so no de ne mpenso no parliament pass as independent as we are so abere na mo only 137 MPs mu gina mo na so gidi ye nyina so ye kambo mu aboa 275 ye pass na nkene na wo over 188 no and I call the dark crope air pass and can't me pass until ye nada and now no they have used and damned as of for imam for and near him for until no say we suffer na sabri say obako school na wodana biko school with church members with youth fellowship with Sunday school omuko school na say book we are President Mahama etintim ediaman like abwachiri ahwem approve print asan distribute to Ghana Education Service distribute to akwa workshops ediaman teacher for training womo kwan say fast deliver science instruction now be a week one na say week 1 no lesson on page 3 no e kire say
we ye beka ho asem o ma withdraw na
me we dey ma me kan ho asem ma me boss we ma answer that question. Okay. Na say definition week 1 on page 3 the President Mahama now be promise wo so for wo hene no wo imam no wo konfo no wo media wo CSO no be dada wo no na se ono ne penso we tintim secretaries in public schools so omon kire se gender identity it refers to a person's deeply felt internal experience of gender which may or may not correspond with the sex assigned at birth. It can include being male, female. This goes beyond the binary notion of gender, male and female, and recognizes the diversity of gender experiences and expressions. And nuntino, and correct cultural exams are chew and poor. So definition on which you are poor. It is in your subconscious memory. You should be worried. Now, we in this new MBP new, you should be worried. So it's not about politics. Ebra me be yes expose no. Asesa na me fa book no my no. Omzo evidence be na wo team for jo wabon srem no waka na ada ye ntro. Me ba no bi ka ayi fa ayi ho. Cocaine ne money laundering no mo ye no. Na obi a okoka bibi keke kra se scholarship secretariat. Omo etonton de manko fu bi kra keke. Just that npo no. Didn't they how many days no or them? Omo afana nkoko na se ni court bepem de. Master, omo court bi nko wi any charge bia omo abo me sentim fodio e kan sansem we nyina so ne ho enti ahwe mu no the charge ni famra. Please, me yesofo and I'm yes me yesofo keke. As Christian even just as I am no. Me di no kure ma me ho ne me nyame. Enti sansem no beto manim na me hwehwe mu enya nyina so a me fa meto dwada. Me de beto dwa say President Mahama enne na ban I state sponsored LGBT agenda with schools. Almost me boy, and I make offer book we buy. We see your hand and me buy. Who be assassinate be now doubt to. Who be mu kind and who's a Debbie and then it dangerous. And one no more use statement said one more withdraw. It was just a statement. A media statement, sentence, another deception. One more deceive Ghana for with just a statement. One more end to me and show directive be and command headmaster be a regional director bia even HOD and teacher ni bia say physical education and health elective no by this directive
omunyai
because no teacher ni enya media o taking instruction free. He takes instruction said they buy a workshop near the man new curriculum now they tell no their book number no watch any there o person you free more say what they another instruction ko o mo franco in fact free all the schools one more physical education and health na be say books no and that's who mo na why na beje ba kumpa free home the books are, and the fact that the books are still there shows you their complicity say one sample just omunim the omoye even the fact that Naka senke error a mistake said the Mokanaka Naka Director General Komujinadi they would have fired him. President to be any who cancel on so LGBT so now obeda be sorry no obi a sneaky LGBT akwese textbooks mo e classroom no be cancel why onye hwehwemu po hu say Director General Naka no wan adwuma yi enti em fire no wan fire obi a enti na say GS eda so ye na adwuma Naka that's Minister for Education that's all, Deputy all the direct everybody that's all in so it is a state sponsored attempt to poison
President Mahama why ye day also be on the better than my own President Kufuor ye no on man secretary in trust yen san fanko asofo ayo day I will be attack asofo. You want to think for them? Also, disappointed. Yes, because President Mahama, look, even their public utterances, compare President Mahama and compare that of President Kufuor. Even at the international stage, Bisano say the position on LGBTQ no, then President Kufuor has it not been a concern to all of us? Me say, answer na bill ne President Kufuor do anymore one sign. Na so san one side no be I did it because a process but it became a problem when the president did the unthinkable because you are a lawyer you know says a bill you cannot even stop parliament ejuma oye and the ejuma no eko wie some the bill ne bro whether you sign or not it depends on you na akwa hia akwa fa plans obi fa asem kokot no one smart and who say
we don't have evidence
no it's clear how did he know before Anzan filing case no Obi, den na me no me no say na onim no wada wo ba bi wo dwen ho. Den na President Kufuor hu say asem no e wo court e bra na enkoye. I can say confidently say he was part of the group na omo planners are there. Yes, because how did you know before the thing manifested? Is it not a very your friend is saying inference?
There were 2 issues in court.
Yes.
Even before the Richard Sky one.
Yes, the 24th July.
One had already been filed.
Yes, and okay, 2 cases.
One had already been filed.
Yes, I think that lady you say
lady in India. And I think the president may have been
No. Be a the president knew about. Look, indeed, even with that, it is unconstitutional. You don't stop parliament, executive, no. Won't mean stop parliament midway. It is not done. You know this. There's been a plethora of authorities on this.
Yes.
As a parliament, we are Juma. So we are also on Saya. You cannot stop parliament, but because you are in power, this is the record of the people who are criticizing President Mahama. President Mahama, he is not a parliament. You are a sponsor of a bill.
Way free in team for you.
I was saying.
Obi, Honorable BBB is not telling the truth. As sponsors of the bill, no meeting has been held on our bill. No invitation has been extended to the sponsors. No invitation has been given to us as sponsors. No bill can be considered in Parliament by a committee without invitation to the sponsors to justify the bill. Please, let him stop peddling untruth.
Also, into your meeting, even Honorable Asumadu is out of town. He's in London. He spoke on it. So, person is he saying there was no meeting like that?
Fred, the meeting was not on the
No, it doesn't. There's not been any meeting on the bill.
Yes.
It doesn't matter whether he didn't go, but whether he could have gone. In fact, me as a member of parliament, so what is he talking about? Do you need an invitation? But you don't need it.
They have to
no, but I'm saying that you see, Omu a meeting with them separately, but he sat here and peddled a lie. Said there's not been a single meeting on it. The bill, yes, he said it. I don't know and I'm telling him that on friendly colleagues. There was a meeting.
Was on the bill.
On the bill, yes. Human rights. There is a committee chairman. Both. In fact, honorable on human rights. He's an MPP person. One friend Amumisa. Yes, one friend Amumisa was there no meeting like that. You are not one year. So what said President Mahama, why are they? Why are they?
President Mahama Dean in the Hawa.
No, because on your Bonibia, we at this point, we need me and that is right.
But if the president says any priority,
then no, you see, no. You see what signal? Look, in fact, so crash and fan.
Yeah,
I don't care.
It
about
doesn't
that.
stop.
Me and Juma, and now the president on the hair so as MPs.
We're independent.
Absolutely. So who now we sponsor? President Mahama. Why are they? Now who name say who name was wash that? Who say there has not been a single meeting? When you are lying. No, you see, no, Obi. I sat here, the president of the republic, Reverend Ford was so chatro, one can twice. Only me how I communicate.
Yeah, I know.
But you see, let's not do this. And then I see, when a meeting, a cause meeting, cause an intro. Oh, I was our church and some. Also, I thought he would have stood on it, said that I'm saying that there's not been any meeting. I've worked at your behest. If you are not part of it, maybe at the appropriate time they would engage you. Obi, train. You see, let's not do this.
Okay.
President Mahama has said countlessly, you're committed to say bill never turn anymore. Let's wait. Because who president, when you were a minister under him, it don't on one sign because I have no court.
Obi.
Okay. Because the president instructed his secretary to write to parliament say which is unconstitutional.
And President Mahama has recently confirmed us bill now could do.
No, but nobody is disputing. I'm saying that. Oh no. I'm saying that the president instructed his secretary to write, which is unconstitutional. Because my parliament they don't have that right. But you see,
yes.
Supreme Court a ruling was accepted date. Yes, it was in December of 2024.
Okay.
It is all you committed that final judgment came on before you left power. So you committed that, and I could have called for it. Say no, na have me. That will was not there, and you are part of the people who failed Ghanaians. And that Ukasa so for seven or say omunim, reading between the lines, and you are the last person our credibility was asking me. You are the last person, a MPP as a group under President Akufo-Addo, Dr. Bambu Baumia. They are the last to comment about LGBT. What they did, na bre abedu ne ho because enter America chose answer na bill ni kodu and I say parliamentary omadwuma na obi enka ho ase yenim so Ghana adwuma na omo ye ne kama. But when it got to that point where omode bill no kona na Ashanti Media tro yes say president on the authority of the president said monfa bibia nsi ha. Can you imagine? These are the people talking. Can we will? It is not just about critiquing. Share your record. Say LGBT was President Mahama has never said. Say
but the Ghanaian people have passed a verdict.
So don't allow him to preach as if so a saint. No, make us allow him. Yes, you have your say, but point to him. Say modern amoye. Oh, question when Mister Dear namoye. And to say who be now President Mahama. But even that, where is the legal basis? Where is even the legal basis? President Mahama nkonya den.
I've just been told, sir, the final judgment here now 17th December.
Thank you. 24. So President Akufo-Addo was still in power and he said, "Now what's him niane sa asem wo court."
Unim said before President Mahama's comment say any priority. Now some Ghanaians were impatient about the delay. About the delay. Already now President Mahama no aware. Or share so phobia the idea. He calms them down. Now you're expressing worry about the delay of the bill. And wechi now to bill are not say any priority. And you think say we should go to sleep. Obi, even before such statement, no, not Ghana for are expressing worry about the delay in the bill. Look, we are talking about credibility. The moral grounds that President Mahama are taking in this matter. And don't forget, sir, President Mahama, majority of his cabinet are in parliament. Or from parliament today. Your boss that you sit in council with says that on where any priority. He has said so. So by inference, even the energy as you are saying. And the next President Mama said priority. He can whip the NDC in line to vote against it. Ayabano. Parliament at what year?
But says Speaker no so issue say or not there he would and Speaker is the leader in Parliament.
Now onye member of Parliament. He's not a member of Parliament. He doesn't participate in our vote. I chose my words carefully. Me see, he can whip them in line to vote against it. Because what shows any priority. The senior members in the front bench, almost cabinet. When the president whispers to you, say, "I'm not interested. It's not my priority. Go and vote against it." What can the speaker do? They are not speaker. Because what they can't say, and now we can't tweet here. They are not president.
A possibility.
A possibility. It's one more indication in the public space. Say this is not my priority. Say what pay road ako constituency. Now president ko jina baby. Say roadway the any priority. President won ni hoya. Obi ukrom. Ema ya mo ase. Musianso.
Yes.
Na Musianso for ahemfo. For so many years, kwan come ukrom in futru kwan.
And they are say
Musianso na kwan na say. Now betina minister of road. According to baby aka say Musianso for road dey any priority. Mon call demonstration. Obi catch me, mon call demonstration. Ebi kra na sikani but na no ko bie say any priority no. Officer krom ho oba ho betimi awura ho. Enu ni asem ekoso ho asese ya. Ghana fo nyina ene wo di Akufo-Addo bem. Na wo na wonam go apaso. Obobofo ne de ni nam go apaso. Na wonam na ye de be gu wanim e ba wanim no. De wo ka chere say you are not interested. Typical example na me de ama no. It is not a style of communication. Sebi. Ghana for ya dwen ni form. Like he told us, say we have a short memory. Ghana for you need short memory. In the run up to the 2024 before elections. In Sama Omukaye, they mounted the moral high grounds on these LGBT issues in this country. Now saying that you turn around, now I can't tell you and say it's not your priority. Now if it's a Ghana for you more and money, I can't tell you communication. What are you telling me? And I'm saying there on testing in popularity by bringing the Christian Council, Uncle Assemblies of God, Uncle John, Uncle Kase, or Yen Person, so the Assemblies of God ni Uncle Assemblies of God, Ochina, and I say, your friend say Sunday. Now on country what must say, me and me kaye, and ne LGBT no, and ya me priority bread and butter. No share some obenyan sembo, e was all them water. So mamumfa Ghana for drink, me fa niagro. And indeed, Reverend Tim Fodjo, Sabi, ni position, he was a deputy minister. He had the courage to be a sponsor. And he's still in parliament. He didn't shut up. He didn't shut up. He stood up. He believed in it. So, this issue, say, try and say, we be good in Hufin, and a meeting with her, I was so corner.
Too much. Why? We want to build a better Ghana. That Ghana we want to be lawless and build it. How do we become lawless? How do we insult to achieve the better Ghana we are talking about? How do we malign, denigrate, without substantiating it? Malicious utterances in kwa. Deceitfulness, lack of principle. Why? Selective amnesia and kwa. Adnitro no kwa catch a gear deck for no. Yeah, catch on. Yeah, see a babu indigenous.
Ghana integrated aluminum.
My brother, catch it. Yes, I think there's a young man there. Catch it.
A lawyer.
Yeah, catch it.
Say again. Lawyer. Oh.
Well, Obin, whether lawyer or dear men, you want to make
senior the bar.
To make whether lawyer, you make go. Missy gear deck. Rain catch it. No. Catch it and say, and let President Mahama or say. Indigenous Ghanaian businessmen and women, no, offer every means possible. And the amount survive na brani. Amount compete beyond the shores of Africa. Ejina kwa no. Omajina so pay say Ghana businessmen and women no. Akwanya sabi asese onona ban fa so boa. Na ye beka we nyina wie ne ekọ grounds, practical grounds. Ne ekọ adwuma aya ese Ghana for na ya. No, they also be used here. Which I say, Wajia can tell so no, bauxite no, rock shore ni GBC. Or I don't know, or stop one from getting access to president man why? Which I
rock shore
any GBC.
Bauxite,
would I catch me see me na me buswasem? Catch it not obetimasi. Onyai sir.
A year long rained off to Messi.
Onyai sir. Only team no munyai.
Na say be on your man.
There's
some requirement. I was a
now they remember but now we be in the data many. I didn't want to him. I'm saying that we are our own enemies.
Yes.
We are our own enemies. When the president's intent is to push the Ghanaian out there, no, out of whatever, no. Na Ghana for na here one ya. Sanya no, enu nti na yina ejina brane. Eka say Ibrahim Mahama na nijida buying or there no kwadia. If there are processes for him to follow, unfollow we support 100%. Maybe missing in Aka.
Sure.
Because if you promote a Ghanaian, they be that generational businesses being at Maka. If Ibrahim met na dama na ote china kasa, nkema ko boy, obi o Zakistan and I say, never mo Pakistan na. Why?
Ghanaian company
yes
requirement
we should push our own. It is geared that way. Rockshore any GBC for Ghana bauxite
Rockshore any GBC omo Ghanaian companies
fully owned Ghanaian businesses omo being bauxite adwuma ni
omo concession ana
minia me say papa no ankasa ne mpem for ne team nkomo ameka yase it is in their interest to help these people to build that bauxite industry for it to generate the necessary employment and development for the various places sites, locations, located Nyoma Papa Wonum no, than to pretend. Say on Krata over time rather no, they want to shift cultivation and give it to a foreigner. Why? 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 Is that how we want to live in this country? It is time for all of us to put hands on deck. Cut off that partisanship when it comes to capacity building of the Ghanaian. I don't want to know party coloration because you're bro.
That's how the president practice.
Yeah, brother, because of me.
President say
I have witnessed Nipa Omoya Ghana businessmen now.
Sure.
About 4 or 8 years biana. Now a certain group of people na akoshe gatem. Now another 4 years, 8 years about that circle of ye court near gunu near ba the same job that before near court near gunu near ba the same na de biada mrofono expatriates ne e fire ho e num sika kosa near ho chire near kasa please. What the okra na am do you have a friend baby I make of fun and you have never the mabel it me cow.
Yes.
This is a signal to him that allow Ghanaians to benefit from the bauxite.
The bauxite. Let's can in Kakruma. Let's build
and not just Ghanaians, not just Ghanaians.
Ghanaians with capacity.
Go and check that GBC for the Jumamoye. Awaso for no. When it comes to bauxite, go and check. Correct, Rockshore. The initial movements be our year or capacity no. So if you help these people, why? What will be the problem?